Hey thrifters, just a quick video on a couple of tips to help you get better hauls the next time you are in a thrift store. And I'm making this video because I had an experience and I thought, well, I should share this with all of you. So this is nothing earth-shattering, but it will make a difference in your sourcing when you are going to the thrift stores. So the first thing, number one tip is when you go, you probably go to the same parts of the store every single time. Like I always go to small electronics, big electronics, small kitchen appliances, and office supply. And I don't really go anywhere else typically, or I don't want to, but I do make it a practice to walk through the other sections at times because things can be hiding that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be there. The reason I'm saying this is because last time I was in Goodwill, just a couple of days ago, I was walking out the door, gone to all the places I like to go, and I used to always go to Mugs, but not so much anymore just because Goodwill's been raising the prices on them, and it's not been as good of finds for me, but I thought, I should go look anyway. So I turned around when I was almost at the door, went into the mug section, and I'm glad that I did because one, I found this mug right here, and the Here mug, it keeps your hand warm as you're holding it like that, and 99 cents, and it goes for about 15. Okay, that's nice, but you'd expect to find this in mugs. What you don't expect to find in mugs, just sitting there on the shelf, was this Sony Cybershot. Just right there with all the other mugs right out on the front lip of the shelf. I paid 15 for it, and it goes for about $125. I've tested it, and it works great. If I hadn't decided to go back to mugs, I wouldn't have found this fine camera. And you know that I like cameras. So that was just a weird thing. And then I thought, well, I should probably circle back to small electronics since I'm at it. And I think there's a psychological piece that when we first get to the thrift store, we're kind of running quickly to see everything as quickly as we can because we don't want to miss something. And a lot of times, like, I gotta be fast, so that other person will grab what I want to have. And so I'm looking for particular things and I might miss things. And so when I went back to small electronics, I was more calm and I was able to this time see a zip drive. Picture right there for you. And I paid $6 for it and I sold it for 70. So it sold within like 24 hours of me listing it. And I think it's just, you slow down and you're more willing to look and you see things that you missed the first time. So go to different parts of the store, look at the places you've been once, circle back to them for a second time. And I was talking to Dustin, who's another reseller up here, and he has had this exact same experience. He was just telling me how just it's been within the past 2 weeks. He was in pet supplies. He's not usually in pet supplies, but he found a pair of binoculars. Now, I don't remember the brand, but they sold for $75 or $80. I think he paid like $8 for them. So he found binoculars in pet supplies. Now that's weird. I think somebody's probably trying to hide them and come back and buy them later. And then the next day when I went into Goodwill, I was burning down the road that's got the irons and other, with the curling irons and things of that nature in it. And that's not a row I usually go down, but there was a Canon video camera there sitting with the irons like ironing board. Like, why is this here? Now, it wasn't a good enough buy. They wanted $20 and I think it was going to sell for like 45 or 50. So I passed on it just because all the testing, but there it was. And then the same trip, I was in craft supplies, went through there. I don't normally go through there. And there was an electronic drum machine. It's about this big. And again, it was almost a buy, but it wasn't. But it's like the universe was saying, good thing you're doing this because we're going to show you how it works. A drum machine and crafts next to, rubber stamps and yarn and a video camera with the irons. So be sure to walk around, go down the other aisles, look for places you wouldn't normally look, and you're going to find interesting things. I know, just occurred to me another one. This has been probably 5 months ago, but it still illustrates the point. I was walking around and I happened to look up and look across the store, across clothing. And for whatever reason, there was a bunch of toys and it looked like models sitting on top of one of the racks, which way far away from toys and models. And I went over there and there were I think it was 4 models that I bought. The 3 of them were nice money. I think I was making like 20 or $25 on them. But the one, it was $10 and I sold it for $130 because it was brand new and it was in demand. And if I hadn't looked up and across the store, I would have never have seen it. So beating the message here, when you go into thrift stores, look around, look in places you don't normally look, circle back a couple times when you've already been there, and I bet you'll find more things to come home and list on eBay. So until next time, happy thrifting.
If you are an eBay reseller or thinking of becoming one because of debt, you should check out the Financial Acumen Course, as seen on World Business with Kathy Ireland. The Financial Acumen Course is designed to teach you all the things you never learned about money, debt, and investments in school, but should have. It teaches you how to take control of your finances with proven principles and strategies to get out of debt and build your retirement nest egg for a wealthy lifestyle. The course is fully narrated and includes videos and animations along with exercises and assignments that are supported by a downloadable workbook. And I spent an afternoon discussing it with supermodel turned businesswoman Kathy Ireland. You can see that conversation over at yourdebtfreefuture.com. The course is not giving financial advice. It is simply teaching concepts that will supercharge your financial literacy and make you more money savvy. To get started, head over to yourdebtfreefuture.com. Until next time, happy thrifting.